So in yesterday, I was in my video. I was talking about the grievances that we have encountered, very high grievances, because of course we are separated from our children, but also illegally. But I, for instance, I have and my ex-wife, we had to drop everything we had in Belgium. My work at the Federal Public Service Social Security, which I don't regret because there had been like mafia phenomenon against me at that workplace without behind my back, so I had to I did good to drop it. I couldn't stay there. But anyway, my ex-wife also had to drop her job. She was a teacher. Our children had to leave their schools. Our children are now deprived from of us for nearly 2 years now, while they should be with us. So I'm now without my children. I'm now without my wife. I tried to start a new life, but you have to know that as long as there are mafia proceedings, the mafia does what they want because the mafia members are protected, and the proceedings are going on. They do what they want. They violate the rule of law as they want, and in mafia proceedings, actually, the danger might not be perceived as being imminent, but sooner or later it will come because their fake charges have been made upon us. They are now waiting that we would be deprived in Hungary of our parental authority, which is also illegal and criminal, so that they can after that force the children into acceptance of the legacy and come with fake charges against me, my ex-wife, and in debt of children. So it's just like a time bomb until everything explodes. We know everything, and as time goes by, the more days go by, the more in danger I feel, and the more in danger we feel, because we know the time will come when they will act against me because they want to kill me through mafia proceedings. They want to kill my ex-wife. They want to put us into jail because we know everything. Because also I'm spreading everything on social networks, and also including posts which are accessible not only by normal people but also by members of the mafia, so they can read my posts, and they know that I'm using that word which normally is sanctioned with death. The mafia is punishing all the people who talk, who dare use their names. They sanction them with death. So that is my situation now. This is what I wanted to say. So, and if they kill me, if they kill my ex-wife, if they put us into jail based on fake charges, it would have been based on a violation of the rule of law, because to do that they have to force our children into acceptance of the legacy of their Belgian grandmother, which is totally illegal because we have the papers showing that according to the rule of law they have dismissed it and I have dismissed it. So normally under the rule of law we have to live freely, they have to live freely, freed from any debt, and they may not be indebted, and I and my ex-wife may never be put into jail. But they rely on the guilty participation of King's prosecutors to charge us and to accuse us. This is what I wanted to say. Also, they want us because we have been targeted since many years. As I said, there has been a underground financial construction that has been used, using on the one hand that bank account of my mother Betty, and on the other hand my name and my identity behind my back, without that I knew it for many years, without that my ex-wife knew it, without my children knew it, but my two brothers, my sister, and my mother all knew that, but they were bound by the omerta rule towards me, my ex-wife and my children, which means that when my children got born, actually maybe this financial construction, I believe, was already going on. They uttered their first cry while there was already that crime that was going on behind my backs and behind the back of my ex-wife. If we had known, maybe we would never have children, and maybe my ex-wife would never have been married with me also, because as a member of the mafia told her once, that's your fate, since between brackets, since you married Christophe. So, this is the situation. You have to know that according to the rule of law, I've dismissed the legacy, the children have dismissed the legacy, we have all papers proving that. And also, according to the rule of law in Hungary, the children are Hungarians living abroad, just like we are, and they have to be with us, live with us abroad, outside of Belgium, outside of Hungary. We may not go back to Belgium. We may not go back to Belgium because I would then be subject to unfair trials. And it goes without saying that Hungary is also not good for me because of the activities of the police forces in both countries, which are acting hand in hand towards that goal, which is to put me into jail and to indebt my children. So I know that there are fake charges. I know which ones, fake bank statements which are hidden, related to the activities linked with the financial crimes committed by the mafia behind my back, using my name and my identity, and also, of course, an inventory, a mafia inventory of the goods of my mother, the Costabeti, in which public notary Wim Maas assigned to us, to me and my ex-wife, statements that we never made and that we couldn't make because we were always deprived of any information regarding the bank accounts of my mother, Costabeti, and because also we have dismissed the legacy, so we have no statements to make, and my ex-wife wasn't even a parent to my mother, the Costabeti. And the children have also dismissed the legacy. This has to be, rule of law has to be respected. We are the voice of the rule of law, and we are defending the rule of law so that our children and I and my ex-wife can have a future. Because according to the rule of law, they have a future, and a brilliant future. According to the rule of law, my daughter can be what she dreams to be, and she should be with us. Not only should be able to hug her, we should be able to kiss her, we should be able to tell her fairy tales like we used to do, and she should be able to live her dream and do the job that she wishes to do, without fearing of being indebted and without seeing her life destroyed by the mafia. You have to know that my daughter would like to go to Australia to save the dolphins and to tend the dolphins in Australia at the Grand Coral Reef. That's her dream. That's what she told me. My dream was, when I was young, I remember, my dream was to tend the bears in Alaska or in north of Canada. She has a quite similar dream, and I'm very happy about it. My son wants to become an engineer. He wants to become a civil engineer. He's brilliant, he's smart, he's intelligent. He's always been first of the class, and I don't want that their talents, that their skills be spoiled because of organized crime behind my back, the back of my ex-wife, and behind the back of my children, of course. They have nothing to do with that organized crime, just like me. Why is it possible to charge innocent people? Because of the guilty participation of King's prosecutors in Belgium, who have most probably a personal interest in seeing me in jail, or seeing my ex-wife in jail and indebting my children, because it's obvious they have most probably laundered money themselves, because the mafia includes also many white collars in Belgium: lawyers, public notaries, doctors like Till Emmanuel, bankers like Pierre Vanny Percel, and Francis Soutens, lawyers like Vincent Dunta, like Nicolas Van Speybroek, like Philippe Verzip, like Nathalie Van Gelu. Those people are really money savvy. They are eager, they are greedy of money. They want a lot of money, but they don't pay taxes. And everything, the financial, the proceedings, the court proceedings, the aim of them is, of course, by putting me into jail, by putting my ex-wife into jail and the children into them, the aim is to hide those crimes by pretending that I did it, that my ex-wife did it, together with my mother, while they did it using that illegal underground financial construction. But like that, it will be transparent to the true representatives of the rural state, like Frédéric Valleeu, or like the fiscal authorities in Belgium, who would believe that. People usually don't believe that there is the mafia, because the mafia is always striving to be transparent, not to show herself, but sometimes behind secretaries, behind members of cabinets, behind lawyers, behind judges, there is the mafia. We have the proof also behind justices, like in Belgium, Raf Verstraeten, which